Love is not always proven through words. Sometimes the deepest feelings are found in silence, in the small moments, and in the subtle changes that happen inside a person's heart when they have truly started choosing someone. A man's hidden love is often not revealed through dramatic declarations or perfect romantic gestures. Instead, it appears in the quiet ways his behavior begins to shift. When he starts developing deep feelings for a woman, something changes inside him. There is a part of him that wants to move closer, to open his heart, and to let her see who he truly is. But at the same time, another part of him becomes afraid of what that vulnerability might bring. This is the hidden battle of love. The heart moves forward while the mind tries to protect itself. It is not always about playing games or intentionally creating distance. Sometimes a man simply does not know how to handle emotions that feel stronger than his usual sense of control. When a man has silently fallen for someone, his feelings can become both his greatest truth and the thing he tries hardest to hide. You may notice moments where he seems completely drawn to you, then suddenly becomes distant. One moment his eyes show warmth and connection, and the next moment he looks away as if he is trying to hide what he feels. From the outside, this can look confusing. It can seem like mixed signals or uncertainty, but often it is not a lack of emotion. It is the struggle between wanting to be close and fearing the possibility of getting hurt. Love has a way of reaching the parts of a person that they have protected for years. The emotional wall someone built because of past disappointments, rejection, or painful experiences may have once helped them feel safe. But when real feelings appear, those same walls can become the very thing stopping them from taking the next step. Deep inside, many men are taught to remain strong, calm, and in control. They learn to hide their emotions and avoid appearing vulnerable, but genuine love has a way of softening those defenses. It creates feelings they cannot simply ignore. Suddenly, someone who once felt completely in control starts noticing things they never paid attention to before. He begins remembering the little details about you, the way you laugh, the expressions on your face, the way your voice changes when you are excited, the small habits you may not even realize you have. These details become meaningful to him because his attention has naturally started focusing on you. And this can be both beautiful and frightening, because real love requires something difficult: surrender. It requires allowing another person to see beyond the surface, beyond the confident image, and into the hidden parts of the heart. That is why sometimes a man may want to reach out, but hesitate. He may start writing a message and then stop. He may open up about something personal and later become quiet again. These actions can appear confusing, but behind them is often an emotional conflict rather than a lack of care. His feelings may be stronger than his ability to explain them. His heart wants connection, but his fears remind him of all the reasons to stay protected. He finds himself caught between the desire to come closer and the instinct to keep himself safe. Even when he tries to hide his emotions, his actions often reveal the truth. His eyes may stay on you longer than expected. His voice may become softer when speaking to you. His entire energy may change when you enter the room. He may try to act normal, but his attention naturally follows you. This silent expression of love exists in the small contradictions. A person who feels nothing usually remains consistent because there is no emotional struggle. But someone who secretly cares deeply may appear uncertain because they are dealing with feelings that challenge their usual way of thinking. These inner battles are not always signs of weakness. Sometimes they show how deeply someone has been affected. Every hesitation, every quiet moment, and every attempt to hide emotions can reveal the importance you hold in their life. A man who loves silently often expresses it through consistent attention rather than dramatic displays. His focus becomes different. It is not the attention of someone trying to impress you for approval. It is the quiet awareness of someone whose mind naturally begins making space for you. When you speak, he listens differently. He does not just hear your words, he remembers them. He notices the things most people overlook, the little preferences you mention, the stories you tell, the moments when your mood changes. Love often works quietly. It does not always announce itself. Sometimes it simply grows through awareness, through care, and through the small ways someone begins showing that you matter. His attention becomes a reflection of where his heart is. When someone truly cares, their energy naturally moves toward the person who has become important to them. They notice when you are tired, when something bothers you, when something makes you happy. Even when he tries to hide his feelings, his actions may reveal them. He remembers things others forget. He notices things others ignore. He may understand what you need before you even say it. This is not always about trying to impress you. Sometimes it is simply a natural shift that happens when curiosity becomes genuine care. Without realizing it, he begins creating a place for you inside his emotional world. His care may appear protective, but true affection does not seek control. It appears in simple moments, walking closer beside you in a crowded place, matching your pace while walking, giving you his full attention when you speak, becoming more patient when you seem uncertain. These actions are rarely planned. They come naturally from affection. Hidden love often reveals itself through empathy. A man who deeply cares begins sensing emotions that you do not openly express. If you become quiet, he may notice that something is different. If you seem uncomfortable, he may feel the need to understand why. Because when someone truly starts loving you, your emotions begin to matter to them. Your happiness affects them. Your sadness reaches them. Without needing to say it out loud, their heart begins responding to you. When you are hurting, his voice naturally becomes softer, even if he does not consciously realize the change. When you are happy, your joy affects him and lifts his own energy. It feels as though his emotions begin moving alongside yours, creating an invisible connection that does not need words to exist. You can notice it through the way he looks at you, through the comfort of his presence, and through how naturally he responds to your emotions. He may never directly confess what he feels, but his awareness of you becomes its own form of confession, and within that awareness is something important: respect. A man who secretly loves you does not see you as something to chase, control, or possess. He sees you as someone worth understanding, someone whose thoughts, dreams, perspective, and experiences matter deeply to him. His curiosity comes from a genuine place. It is not surface-level interest. When he listens to you, he is not waiting for his turn to speak. He is paying attention because he wants to truly understand your world. He notices the small changes in you, not because he is searching for flaws or trying to question you, but because your emotions matter to him. He may ask simple questions that seem ordinary, yet those questions reveal how deeply he is paying attention. He notices when your words do not match your feelings, and senses when something is different, not to challenge you, but because he wants to understand what is happening beneath the surface. This kind of attention is a quiet gift. He gives you his time, his focus, and his emotional presence. And these are things people do not usually offer, unless their heart has become genuinely involved. The beauty of silent love is that it does not always demand something in return. He does not need to announce his feelings or claim you to feel connected. Sometimes, simply caring about you, supporting you, and noticing you is enough. So do not mistake his quietness for a lack of emotion. Sometimes silence carries more feeling than words ever could. A person may struggle to express what is happening inside them, but their actions often reveal the truth. Sometimes the love that remains unspoken is the love that carries the deepest meaning. Love does not always begin with possession. It begins with recognition. It begins when someone truly sees another person, not just the image they show the world, but the person underneath. Real love grows through understanding, awareness, and emotional connection. And when a man's attention becomes consistent and sincere, it often means something inside him has already chosen you before he has found the courage to say it. When a man loves someone secretly, his heart and mind can enter a silent struggle between emotion and control. Hidden love has a way of opening parts of him that may have been closed for a long time. It awakens tenderness, sensitivity, and vulnerability, emotions he may not be comfortable showing. Many men grow up learning to hide what they feel, to stay composed, and to believe that emotional control is the same as strength. But love does not follow those rules. It moves beyond the barriers people create, softens even the strongest defenses, and reaches places inside the heart that were once protected. When those feelings begin growing, he may feel more alive, but also more uncertain. He finds himself caught between wanting to open up and wanting to protect himself. That inner tension is difficult to explain, so it often appears through his behavior instead. You may notice hesitation in his actions, moments where his confidence seems to disappear without an obvious reason, or times when he seems different from his usual self around you. Sometimes it looks like he wants to say something, but cannot find the right words. His normal calmness may briefly disappear, as if love has entered a part of his life where he always felt in control, and disturbed the balance he carefully created. For someone who is used to managing everything, feeling emotionally exposed can be uncomfortable. But he is not necessarily afraid of you. He is often afraid of being seen too deeply. The fear is not about wanting to hide forever. It is about not knowing how to reveal his true self without feeling like he is losing the image of strength he has built over time. The deeper his feelings become, the harder they are to conceal. His voice may soften when he talks to you. His eyes may stay focused on you longer than he intends. His movements may reveal emotions that his words try to keep hidden. Sometimes he may become nervous, laugh differently, avoid eye contact, or become slightly awkward when his feelings get too close to the surface. These small moments are not signs of weakness. They are moments of honesty. They are brief cracks in the image he tries to maintain, allowing his real emotions to appear. Every time his composure slips, it reveals the quiet battle between his heart and his self-control. The more he tries to hide what he feels, the more those emotions appear through his actions. His love is also revealed through small acts of care, not through dramatic promises, but through consistent attention. He may check that you arrived home safely, listen when you need someone, find simple ways to make your day easier, remember details, offer help, and do thoughtful things without needing praise or recognition. Love transforms his natural desire to protect into genuine care. But even kindness can come with fear. He may worry about being misunderstood, about showing too much, or about making himself emotionally vulnerable. A part of him wants to be courageous and express everything he feels, while another part reminds him of the risks of opening his heart completely. That is the contradiction of hidden love, a deep feeling growing inside him, while silence becomes the shield that protects him. Sometimes you can hear the struggle inside him through the spaces between his words. He may begin saying something meaningful, something that reveals what he truly feels, and then suddenly stop. He pulls back into silence as if he is trying to filter his own emotions before they escape. The reason is often fear. He worries that if he allows himself to speak freely, everything he has been holding inside will come out all at once, faster than he knows how to handle. So instead, he hides behind logic, jokes, or a calm and controlled personality. These become his protective shields, ways to maintain control when his emotions feel too powerful. But no matter how carefully someone hides their feelings, genuine love always finds a way to appear. It reveals itself through the softness in his voice, the warmth in his eyes, and the way his entire presence changes when you enter the room. When he looks at you, there is a certain depth and quietness that is difficult to ignore. When he listens, he is not simply waiting to respond. He is trying to understand you on a deeper level. His hesitation is not necessarily rejection. Sometimes it is a sign of how much something matters to him. He is not holding back because he feels nothing. He is holding back because he feels more than he knows how to express. That is what makes hidden love both beautiful and painful. It humbles him. It teaches him that real strength is not about controlling every emotion or keeping everything locked away. True strength comes from having the courage to experience feelings fully. Slowly, through every glance, every unsent message, and every moment where he chooses silence instead of confession, he begins to understand something important. Love cannot stay hidden forever. It always finds a way to reveal itself, not always through words, but through the emotions of a heart that no amount of discipline can completely control. When a man secretly loves you, his entire presence begins changing in ways he may not even understand. He does not plan these changes or try to create an image. They simply happen because genuine affection changes the way someone moves through life. He may never directly announce his feelings, but his actions begin naturally moving toward protecting, comforting, and staying close to you. Around you, his energy becomes softer. He becomes more patient, more thoughtful, and more gentle. Even if he tries to behave exactly the same, there is something different about him when you are near. A quiet pull draws his attention toward you. This transformation does not begin with words. It begins in the space where the heart reacts before the mind has time to think. His care is not always dramatic or obvious. It is often quiet, subtle, and consistent. You may not always notice it immediately, but it is there in the way he naturally responds to the things that affect you. If someone disrespects you, you may see a change in his entire attitude. His expression shifts, his energy changes, and his protective instincts appear before he even has time to think about it. If life becomes overwhelming for you, he becomes a source of calm. He does not always need the perfect words. Sometimes his presence alone brings comfort and stability. His love exists in those silent reactions, in those natural moments where his heart responds before his mind can analyze anything. This is affection in its purest form. It is not loud, it is not performed, and it does not seek attention. It is simply real. Perhaps that is the quiet truth about hidden love. When a man deeply cares for you, many things about him begin moving in your direction. Even when he says nothing, his actions create a place of emotional safety around you, without expecting recognition or praise. What makes this transformation so meaningful is that it is genuine. He is not acting this way to gain approval or to receive something in return. Love changes the way he views the world. It changes what he values, what he notices, and what begins to matter most to him. In some ways,
Love does not make him weak. Instead, it awakens him. It teaches him that true strength is not found in emotional distance or always being in control. Real strength comes from having the courage to care deeply, to give freely, and to allow someone to matter. Around you, he becomes more open, more aware of himself, and more connected to his own emotions. He becomes less focused on appearing strong and more comfortable with simply being genuine. This quiet change in the way he carries himself is one of the purest expressions of love. Not through dramatic confessions or impressive gestures, but through the slow transformation happening inside him. When a man secretly loves you, he begins revealing pieces of his inner world without even realizing it. Even when he tries to keep his emotions hidden, love finds small openings through his carefully built defenses. A man's inner world is often a protected place. It is a space where he keeps his fears, dreams, regrets, and emotions that he rarely allows others to see. But when love begins growing inside him, those walls slowly start becoming softer. He begins sharing small pieces of himself that feel personal and unfiltered. He may not suddenly reveal everything, but you begin seeing glimpses of the person beneath the image he shows the world. These moments often happen naturally and quietly. He may tell you about memories from his childhood that shaped who he became. He may talk about dreams he has kept hidden or goals he never had the confidence to pursue. He may share disappointments, fears, or painful experiences that he usually keeps to himself. When he opens these parts of his life to you, it is not meaningless conversation. It is trust developing. He is allowing you into emotional spaces that are usually closed to others. Without saying it directly, he is showing you that you matter. He is saying that you are someone he feels safe enough with to reveal the parts of himself he normally protects. Secret love creates a strange balance between courage and fear. A part of him wants you to truly know him. He wants to be seen, understood, and accepted. But another part of him worries about what might happen if he reveals too much. So he opens up slowly. He shares little pieces at a time, watching carefully, building trust before allowing himself to go deeper. You may notice that he becomes more vulnerable during peaceful moments when there is no pressure to impress or perform. His voice becomes softer. His words become more thoughtful. For brief moments, his defenses disappear, and you see the person behind the mask. Even if he quickly changes the subject, laughs it off, or tries to act like it was nothing important, the truth has already appeared. For a moment, love made him honest. A man who loves silently often expresses his feelings through emotional honesty. He may begin sharing his flaws, past mistakes, regrets, or insecurities. Not because he wants sympathy, but because he trusts you enough to see his imperfections. He understands that revealing these parts of himself makes him vulnerable. Yet he does it because deep inside, he hopes you will still see his worth even after seeing the parts he usually hides. It becomes his quiet offering, his truth given in the hope of being understood. Love also creates a battle inside him. There are moments when he wants to tell you everything, to explain how much you mean to him, how often he thinks about you, and how much he cares. Then suddenly he stops, changes the subject, laughs, hides behind a joke, and returns to the comfortable version of himself, not because he feels nothing, but because sometimes he feels too much. A man who has spent years protecting his emotions may not know what to do when someone finally reaches the parts of him he kept hidden, and love asks him to lower his defenses, which can feel frightening. You may notice it in the way he becomes slightly nervous around you, how the person who usually seems confident suddenly chooses his words carefully, how the person who always knows what to say becomes quiet. Because with you, he is not just trying to have a conversation, he is trying to protect something that has become important. He remembers what makes you smile, notices when your mood changes, checks if you arrived safely, offers help before you ask, and makes small adjustments just to make things easier for you. These things may seem ordinary to everyone else, but love often hides inside ordinary moments. It is in the message he almost sends but deletes, the question he asks because he genuinely wants to know, the extra time he spends listening when everyone else would move on. A man who truly cares does not only pay attention to your appearance or your presence, he becomes interested in your thoughts, your fears, your dreams, and the experiences that shaped you. He wants to understand the person behind the smile, and slowly, something changes. The walls that once protected him begin to soften, and he starts sharing things he normally keeps private. A childhood memory, a personal fear, a dream he never told many people about, a mistake he still thinks about. These moments may seem small, but they are not. For someone who has always carried everything alone, letting another person see his vulnerable side is a powerful act of trust. He is quietly saying, "This is who I am," when no one else is watching. And that is often when you see the deepest form of hidden love. Not when someone tries to impress you, not when they say all the right words, but when they feel safe enough to show you the parts of themselves they usually hide. Love does not simply make him feel attached. It changes the way he experiences himself. The feelings he once tried to control begin teaching him something deeper, that vulnerability is not the opposite of strength. For a long time, he may have believed that being strong meant staying distant, never needing anyone, and always keeping his emotions under control. But when he develops real feelings for someone, that belief begins to shift. He starts realizing that allowing someone into his life does not take away his independence. Instead, it gives his strength a deeper meaning. Around the person he truly cares about, he begins becoming more authentic. He no longer feels the same need to constantly prove himself, hide his struggles, or pretend that everything is effortless. He becomes comfortable showing different sides of himself, the confident side, the uncertain side, the playful side, and even the side that sometimes needs reassurance. This transformation rarely happens overnight. It happens through small moments where he feels accepted rather than judged. Every time he experiences understanding instead of criticism, another layer of his emotional walls begins to disappear. When a man secretly loves you, one of the biggest changes is the way he starts allowing you into his private thoughts. Many men are taught from an early age to handle problems alone, to stay composed, and to avoid showing too much emotion. Because of this, his inner world often becomes a place that very few people ever enter. It holds memories he rarely discusses, fears he keeps hidden, dreams he is unsure about, and experiences that shaped the person he became. But love has a way of creating a safe space. Slowly, he begins opening doors that were once locked. He might mention something about his childhood that explains why he thinks the way he does. He may talk about a moment that changed him, a failure that still affects him, or a dream he quietly hopes to achieve one day. These conversations may appear casual, but they carry deeper meaning. He is not just sharing information, he is allowing you to understand him. A man does not reveal his hidden emotions to everyone. When he starts showing you his unfinished thoughts, his fears, and his personal struggles, it often means he sees you as someone who will not use his vulnerability against him. He feels that he can remove the mask he wears in the outside world and simply exist as himself. However, this process can create an inner conflict. A part of him wants to move closer, to express everything he feels, and to let you know the impact you have on his life. But another part of him may hesitate. He may fear rejection, losing control, or becoming too dependent on someone else. This is why some men appear confusing when they are falling in love. They may move closer one moment and become quiet the next. It is not always a sign that they do not care. Sometimes it is because caring has become something unfamiliar. A person who has spent years protecting their emotions may struggle when someone finally reaches the parts of them they have hidden for so long. Love feels beautiful, but it also feels risky because now something important exists that they could lose. You may notice small changes in his behavior. The man who usually speaks without thinking may suddenly choose his words carefully around you. The person who seems confident with everyone else may become slightly nervous when your opinion matters. He may replay conversations in his mind, wondering if he said the right thing or if he made you feel valued. His feelings often appear through small acts rather than dramatic declarations. He remembers details you casually mentioned. He notices changes in your mood. He checks whether you arrived safely. He tries to make your life a little easier without expecting recognition. These actions may seem simple, but they reveal where his attention naturally goes. Love changes what he notices. Before, he may have focused mostly on what he wanted, what he needed, and what he was trying to achieve. But when someone becomes important to him, his awareness expands. He begins thinking about your comfort, your emotions, your dreams, and the experiences that shaped you. He becomes curious about the person behind your smile. He does not only want to know the version of you that everyone sees, he wants to understand the hidden parts, your worries, your hopes, your insecurities, and the moments that made you who you are. Because real connection is not built through perfection. It is built through two people slowly revealing their authentic selves. That is why a man's deepest expression of love is often not found in perfect words or impressive gestures. It appears in the moments when he forgets to protect his image and simply becomes real with you. When he shares something he normally keeps hidden. When he admits something he usually avoids. When he lets you see the person behind the confidence, he is offering something rare. He is quietly saying, "I trust you with the parts of me that I usually keep protected." And that trust is often where the strongest form of love begins. Not in grand promises, but in the courage to be seen completely by another person.